yeah, so Raghav, he's going to Harvard and he's doing such great work. Ayesha, she's also in the public sector. She's also very in the public. Ayesha, why don't you explain better? And then it'll just be up to me.
Prize money, I remember traveling. It took me $700 to travel. The prize money was $500.
No way.
Now we hear gaming, esports. Back then, it was just video game.
Casino. Right?
Now it's so nice, it's so good. Even everyone wants to talk about it.
Right.
Earlier, yeah, exactly. Now we're talking about this.
Yo, Zerks.
Sorry, I made me lose. But this is where we started, right? Do we feel as old as these games?
Speak for yourself.
You are telling me you never played this.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. Of course I did.
You
man.
played this. Yes. We used to buy it in railway trains. Like they used to sell it for like 30-40 bucks. And this is where my love for Tetris began. Like, look at my shoes, they're Tetris shoes.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
That's a funny story. You know, my mom played a bunch of Tetris when she was pregnant with me.
Do you play Tetris?
I don't know, but I feel like it should explain a lot.
Like your bricks are falling into order. Sometimes it just game over, sometimes it resets.
Exactly, and like my organization only makes sense to me. You know how that is? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think I'm the oldest here, right?
What do you mean you think? 100%.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
30.
You're older than me.
Yeah?
Child.
Wow.
Why do you think I have that voice then?
Stop being so conscious. What the hell?
Oh, you're cornered here.
I know, I thought we were on the same time.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
This guy started gaming in 2000 and 2006 and all professionally. So,
I mean, you never know, and I never said I'm a gamer. I just like playing games. I mean, who doesn't? Not everyone who plays game goes and represents the country.
Jaunty, what's your journey been like from in the esports thing, right? When you started, it wasn't a very big deal in India. It was a big deal in the small circles where people played.
Yeah.
But now it's something else. It's like a
now
phenomena.
Managers, you can't even call someone. You deal with my manager first. So I was the one who used to book my own tickets, travel for just $500 back in the day. So I have seen that change. It's good. And I'm super proud to be a part of the whole ecosystem. I don't know who have inspired or maybe have taken inspiration from, but looking at how the scene was back then and looking at where it is now, I'm super proud of, all the naysayers who said, I couldn't do this or you are wasting time and whatever. It's all on their face now. So it's really nice, and the journey, like you asked, it's very different. Now it's all polished. Earlier it was very raw.
So you have a manager too now?
Yeah.
हाँ सर जॉन्टी को भी फोन करने के लिए पहले मैनेजर का
नंबर no for the brands
मेरा उठाएगा
obviously that's there.
But Ayesha, you with your parents, right, you did psychology.
Shame on you.
I forgot.
I hate it when they mistake psychology for
philosophy. There we go.
Gosh.
See, I just wanted you to say it. See, I wanted to show your philosophy to the crowd.
I'm used to this. I hope you guys are getting used to this.
But yeah, you studied that.
Yeah.
And you did a bunch of ads along the way. And then you landed up in MTV as a salesperson. And then you became a VJ. And then you became an actor and you did Girls on Top. And then you've recently just done a movie, which I don't know if you're supposed to talk about, but that's coming out soon. And you have a fashion brand, which you've been working on for a while. Are your parents confused? At each point of the transition, what was the reaction like?
She played Tetris.
Exactly.
Mom,
I'm like, Mom,
you did this.
It's all her fault. Like, she should have known better.
No, but how difficult or easy was it to transition them with you? Because obviously you have to take your parents on the journey.
Let me just say, I trained them really well.
Okay.
Like, now they know that if I'm not moving, changing often, then I'm sad. So if I'm still for a long time, they think something's wrong because they're just used to this pace. If they think my hair is the same for a long time, they think something is wrong.
Right.
So I think they've kind of gotten used to it. But I think it's also fair to say that they don't really understand our world. They try to, but they've come to terms with the fact that we don't know what's going on, so we're just going to trust her to know what's going on. and sometimes they fail at that. But it's really, I was just speaking to someone like literally outside before we came in about how my parents introduced me at dinner parties. So my brother and I would be sitting literally on the couch like this, and we'll be nice kids, and mom and dad would be talking to other people. Now, yeah, and they'll very happily be like, oh yeah, so Raghav, he's going to Harvard, and he's doing such great work. He's going to be something. He's working in the public sector and all that. Ayesha, she's also in the public sector. She's also very in the public. Ayesha, why don't you explain better? And then it'll just be up to me.
Yeah,
But
it's a
struggle.
little hard to put a tag to
Yeah.
it, right? But okay, last we heard from you about your family and how difficult it was to convince them that भाई मैं time pass कर रहा हूँ मगर ये time pass का काम बनाऊँगा and I'll be good at it. I'll be an athlete.
Right.
जो मैं couch पे बैठ के खेलेगा.
When I started gaming, my parents used to give me like $20, okay? And trust me, please don't take this advice. I used to skip my college to go and play.
At a cyber cafe, that was 20 rupees an hour at that
Yeah,
time.
that time exactly $20. So I had to spend 7 hours. So there's losers pay.
Nice. So you just had to win.
So I had to win for my survival. So that is like
inbuilt inside you.
So this is how I developed my competitiveness, and it was more like a survival to me since the start. Like I was like 14, 12 years old. Since then I've known that if I don't win, boss, someone is gonna replace me. So for me, money will follow. Doesn't matter.
Do you feel like यार ये क्या हो गया? Like for example, when we listen to music right now, and when we listen to music from the back,
I get it.
and you're just like यार वो एक ज़माना था.
Right.
Do you feel that when you see today's gamers?
Today, I mean, if you want to get into esports, it's difficult, but the entry gate is open.
It's much wider.
It's much wider. You know what to do. You know how much you'll make if you're missing out on something. If you're losing your, bunking your classes or whatever it is, you know that somewhere down the line, maybe after a year or a half, you will make some money. So that is a path where your parents also support. So it's very clear. You don't care about other stuff. When we started, pehli baat to you have to tell your parents what gaming is. I had to convince, it took me 3 months to tell them video game parlors are different and what I play, video games are different.
So you're talking about the video game parlors where you can gamble,
Gamble,
right?
exactly.
Gamble of
Because
sorts,
now we hear gaming, esports. Back then, it was just video game.
Casino.
So it was like that. Right. Now it's so nice, it's so good. Even everyone wants to talk about it.
Right.
Earlier, yeah, exactly. Now we're talking about this.
The prize money wasn't that big, at least in
Prize
India.
money, I remember traveling. It took me $700 to travel. The prize money was $500.
No way.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly. So it was more about pride. Now also it is about pride, but back then it was only about pride because there was no money.
So did you make money from gaming back then?
I did, but that was just for equipments because I couldn't ask money from my parents to give me that, boss, I need this PlayStation 2, give me this. Like
PlayStation
go,
2
go. Yeah, exactly. PlayStation 2.
PS5 पहुंच गया अभी.
Exactly. So it was so different. Even to buy a controller, I had to wait and plan ki, boss, I want to win this tournament, so I'll get this controller. Maybe I'll go practice something. Now it's mobile, it's fast, it's
Anyone
very nice.
can join in, right?
So I used to sit, I cried so many nights, like, one day it'll make sense. And that was like direct hit. I didn't speak to anyone. I took like half an hour, I cried my heart out. I still get goosebumps about it.
Do you see yourself struggling to fit into this current generation?
No.
Or do you like just blend in?
No,
Yeah,
it's gaming. I mean, anyone can be a part of it. That's the best part about gaming. Everyone is welcomed. There's no way that, okay, you need these contacts or whatever to get to play, whatever. It's free. Like you can pick up your mobile, be it a 10,000 or 1 lakh. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There are different versions. Go on YouTube, start streaming. If you're not good in playing, start creating content. Make fun of yourself, and still people make money, and people are loved like that. So it's very nice that the whole gaming culture is more adaptive, and the competitive scene is also taking its place, and others like people who are not into gaming, people like normal like parents also, they know that, okay, this is something and we can watch and we can do stuff about it. So it's nice.
That's awesome. This wise advice you've heard right here on GGTV Lounge with Jaunty and Ayesha. We'll be back. Okay, before you jump on to the next video, why don't you hit that bell icon, subscribe, comment, like, share, and show us some love because we made this with a lot of love. See you on the next one.